And now we have part 2. I'm not sure why that didn't, why that stopped. Let's try it again. All right. Part 2. This is a tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift. Let's start again for 1. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 2. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 3. I have no idea why I had to turn that back on. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 4. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 5. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 6. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift. That should feel really good. For 7. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift. Do your glutes. For 8. Nice and slow on the way down. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift. For 9. You should feel a little bit of heat in there. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift. For 10. And we're going to rest. Just rest for a second. At this point, you should feel a little bit of heat in your glutes. Okay? I like to rock back and forth because it feels so good on my back, but you don't have to move if you don't want to. All right? All right. Here we go. Now, on the second set, if you find that you're in pain when you lift up and you're feeling your low back, then you can stop and wait for the next exercise. All right? I just want you to pay attention and pay attention to the muscles we're actually working, which in this case is the glutes. All right, here we go. Palms down, head flat. Tilt, tuck, tighten, squeeze your glutes on the lift and bring it up and down. This is our last set. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift. And down. Tilt, tuck, tighten, squeeze, and lift for 3. Good. Tilt, tuck, tighten, squeeze, and lift for 4. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 5. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 6. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 7. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 8. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift for 9. Tilt, tuck, tighten, and lift and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. All right, good work. Okay, next, let's take this off and set it aside, shall we? A supine twist. All right, on your back. I do so love how this feels. Feet on the ground, hands out at about 45 degrees. We did this last week. And we're just going to stack our legs, and then we're going to exhale on the way around and just get a long stretch. Now, if you're in this position and you're just very neutral or you can't feel a stretch on the outside, gently take your right hand if you're stretching to the right side and just apply a little pressure on the outside of that leg and you'll get the stretch. So you need no bouncing, no making it move, just you want a nice long stretch, all right? Relax into it. All right, so when you want to come up, you want to bring your legs to the center. So you want to brace your core, which means you're going to exhale. So inhale, exhale, and lift. Got it? And then bring it over and relax. Inhale. All right, and relax into it. Get a nice long stretch. Use the outside. Use the hand, the side that's going towards. So in this case, it's the left hand on the left side. And just pressure a little bit to get the stretch. Other hand and shoulder as grounded as you can make them. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it up. Stack the legs. Now, if you can't lift your legs, keep them flat on the ground and keep your feet stacked. Okay? And stretch. Keep that opposite shoulder as grounded as you can to get a good rotational stretch in the spine. Bring it up. Please make sure that you've checked with your doctor before you start an exercise program, and that it's okay to do these stretches and these beginning core strengtheners. And as usual, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at RonnaHart@MSN. Bring it up and over. This feels so good, I could do it all day long. But I won't. Because today, it's sunny and 60 degrees, which is unusual for February. And when I look back at this next February and on this date, it's like 5 below zero with 4 feet of snow outside. I'm very much going to look back and smile. All right. Bring it up. So when you come up, make sure you brace yourself. Good. All right, so the next stretch is a crossover stretch. All right, it's one of my favorites. Again, lay down. You're going to, let's drop our right leg straight and toe pointed to the ceiling. Before you do anything, jam your heel into the floor, flex your foot back towards your face, get a nice stretch with the calf muscle, and stretch out that hip flexor in the base of your leg there. All right, bring up your other leg, your left leg in this case. You're going to want to cross it over. Ground that foot that's on the ground that's flexed as much as you can. Remember from last week, we don't want to roll over with it. We want the foot to stay pointing to the ceiling as much as we can, and we only cross over to the point of where we meet resistance, and that's it, okay? That's all we do. Now, some of you are going to be basically ballerinas, and with your leg all the way over with your toe pointed to the ceiling, that's fine. But most of us don't have that much mobility. We're just going to cross the center line, and the center line is where your belly button is from floor to ceiling. That's your center line. Just hold it. Now, what may you feel? You might feel your low back. There's some wonderful tight muscle back there that's kind of bracing. You might feel all of that back in there. You don't want this to be painful. You just want to meet resistance. Okay? Bring it back, drop that leg. Then what you'll do is take the other leg while your knee is in the up position, bring your other knee up, drop the opposite leg, in this case it's the left, flex the foot back toward the toe, get a nice long stretch with your calf muscle, okay? Bring your right knee up and cross it over with your hand on the outside of your right knee. Suck your navel to your spine a bit, and you'll feel all of that stretching in your hip muscles. Each side is going to feel different, okay? Hold it. Bring it in. Other knee up. Drop the right leg. Flex that calf muscle, which probably feels a little looser this time. Bring the left knee up. Cross over to the right with the right hand on the outside of the left knee. Feels so good. Other knee up. Drop it. Right leg up. Grab right knee over the left. Left leg brace holds it. One more time on the other side. And I think we'll add a figure 4 stretch in here. A nice, easy one, though. That's spur of the moment. All right, bring it down. Drop the leg. Bring the left knee up. Cross over and use your right hand to just kind of give it a little bit of tension. Okay, good. Knees up, feet down. All right, so this is a figure 4 stretch. We're just going to do a beginning figure 4. All right, it wasn't planned, but I'm going to do it because I'm here. Take your right leg, and if you can, if you have mobility, cross your right leg over your left knee. Okay? Now, there's 2 ways to do this. if you're in this position and you have a lot of tension, stay right there. Don't do anything. Tilt your pelvis and just kind of get the stretch, okay? Now, if you have more mobility, all right, but not a lot, you can take a band, okay, wrap it around the back side of your thigh that's on the floor and bring your thigh up and get that tension this way if you don't have a lot, okay? This is a great way to get that stretched out. And basically what we're stretching is back in here, all right? There, got it? Another way to do this, and while you're all at home playing with this, please feel free because it's a stretch. Those of us who have much more mobility can tighten our core, bring our leg up, wrap around with your hands, and just bring it all in. That's a much more intense stretch, okay? So there's 3 different ways to do this stretch. Bring that leg down, cross it over. You're going to be either in this position here where you feel a lot of stuff, and it might be really tight, so if you push, you're going to feel it even more, all right? Each side's going to feel different, all right? The other stretch, the other version, is to take your band, wrap it around your thigh that's on the floor, all right? Bring it up and bring it in. Phase 2, all right? While you're playing with this, find your level that works for you and work with the stretch. Phase 3, take your hands, wrap around your thighs, grab onto your knee, and bring it in. So what's going to happen here, as with most people in the world, your left and your right side are going to feel, excuse me, completely different. Find the level that works for you on each side of your body, all right? You don't have to do